What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 4 of Tech Chat Chat, where Armando and Roberto do their weekly discussion about CPU, GPU, PC tech, gaming, and everything else going on in the world of gaming.
And PC hardware.
And PC hardware. But did I not just say that? GPU, CPU?
No, well,
What else is there?
I guess.
Are we going to talk about
I
RAM?
don't
Are we going to talk about SSDs?
know. I wasn't really listening
Snooze
to your intro,
fest.
to be honest. I was too busy sleeping from Rust.
If you guys checked out our weekly Friday video review of our discount game, we reviewed Rust, and that was an interesting one because Roberto hated it, and of course I love Rust. But anyway, we're not talking about that today. Today we've got a big list of topics to discuss. We're starting off with our topics, and we're going to do our Tech Chat Chat episode 4, which is catching on. People are watching, they're leaving comments, it's great. So if you guys enjoy the videos, please leave a comment down below, smash the like button, and let us know what you think. If you've got any topics you want us to cover, we'll do the legwork. We'll pull up, we'll do the digging, and we'll talk about it together. So Today's first topic, we'll dive right into it. AMD Fidelity spring release. Talk to me about that.
Alright, let me share my screen.
AMD fanboys, get ready. Team Red. Let's go. What do we got?
Alright, see the screen share?
I see what you got.
Alrighty then. Alright. Okay, guys, just a reminder, like Armando said, please like and subscribe. We get a lot of views, and the majority of them are 90% non-subscribed to the channel.
Non-subscribers.
So we're growing. I'm happy to see that we're getting views, but please subscribe for us to continue with our growth. Alright, first article of the day. Super sampling tech. So AMD's answer to Nvidia's DLSS can be here, potentially could be here by March. So PC Games and basically are stating that, and as we all know, Nvidia's DLSS 2.0 has given the RTX 3000 range an advantage over AMD. They do not have this technology that reduces the render scale and then upsamples via AI to get near or even better quality of native res with a performance boost. But they're saying this could all change with the introduction of Super Fidelity FX. So Pro Hardware, a leaker from via videocards.com is saying that it could come by spring. So if this holds true, Fidelity FX could be here by March, and it will probably be launched around the same time as the 6700 XT. They're saying it's going to land before July, the actual 6700 XT. So if that launches at the same time as Fidelity FX, it's basically a good package, good present for AMD buyers, owners, coming up in around Q2 this year.
And this is going to be available on all the cards, right?
Yeah, it should be available on, I'm guessing, all the RDNA 2 cards. I'm not sure about RDNA 1. I don't see why it would not work on RDNA 1, but it will be on RDNA 2.
Okay.
For sure.
So potentially useful for 5700 XT owners.
Well, if they're using not tensor cores, the RT, I don't know what they call them.
Mm-hmm.
And AMD, I think, calls them not RT cores. RT accelerators, I think they call them. If they use that, then the 5700 XT does not have those cores.
Okay.
So we don't know. It's all speculative at this point. DLSS is a fantastic technology, but then you have to factor in that it needs to be supported via game. Mm-hmm. The developer needs to support it. So we can basically, so there's a good thing and bad thing here. AMD will have a solution that will increase performance, but then it could get into a war with game developers where they're either need to support DLSS or Super Fidelity FX.
Right.
Because I don't think this is similar to direct. Well, again, there is DirectML. It's part of the API DirectX 12 Ultimate,
right,
which does machine learning rendering. But I'm not sure if it's using that path to produce this output here, because DLSS is not using that.
Mm-hmm.
But DXR, DirectX ray tracing, can run on both NVIDIA and an AMD card, while DirectML can, but the implementation NVIDIA uses for DLSS is not based on DirectML.
Mm-hmm.
So this may be a problem. Type of ecosystem lock you in to a certain feature.
Right.
So like next gen like the next gen games basically could either have support from AMD for this and not support for Nvidia or vice versa.
Okay.
So what do you think of that?
Are they going to need an AMD CPU to take use out of this?
No,
No.
It's not like the bar enable.
Okay.
A resizable bar enablement. It's not the same thing.
I see. Well, is this going to roll out through drivers, firmware updates?
Drivers.
Just drivers. Okay. Well, it's definitely going to be interesting because, again, it's accelerating the competition. It's an improvement for AMD. This is not something that's going to nerf the AMD cards. If anything, it's going to improve them as long as it works, as long as it doesn't crash, as long as people aren't going to be starting to disable the technology because it doesn't work, which is basically going back to square one.
Well, it's going to be a button in the settings, right? A yes or no.
Yeah, button in the settings. But AMD has never had a great rep with drivers. It's never had a good reputation with working drivers. There's always been instability. That's always been the concept behind AMD.
Yeah. Well, the whole goal of this is to basically allow ray tracing in games.
Right.
This super sampling technique of basically allows you to run RT. Mm-hmm. Also, native RT is unachievable for a majority of the graphics cards out there today.
Of course.
So, yeah, this is a good feature. Hopefully that it's not games don't become ecosystem like walled gardened on feature sets. Hopefully this doesn't happen, and that they support both DLSS and whatever AMD uses. So like ray tracing is that they don't like the game is supported by both GPUs.
Right, because ray tracing wasn't Nvidia. Nvidia didn't create ray tracing; they created RTX.
Yeah, but Nvidia has their own implementation of it.
Right.
But it's still based off of DXR most of the time, mm-hmm. where DLSS is not, from far as I know, is not direct ML based. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out in the future.
All right, AMD, you're all hands on board. Don't screw it up.
Next topic.
Okay, here we go.
Back to GPUs.
The beaten horse.
This is a great article. Because you know what? It's what we already knew. Basically, the 30 series will not be... The availability for the 30 series will be worse in Q1. So this article comes from Tom's Hardware. Basically, they're saying European hardware retailer Alternate, a Germany-based retailer, has spoken with Nvidia about availability and confirmed that throughout the first quarter, the cards will be even more difficult to purchase. There are multiple factors at play, according to them, including the mining boom. But nothing is good news. So basically, they're telling us to expect for a 3090, very few deliveries, only a few open orders. 3080, very few cards coming with many open orders. 3080. 3070, few cards incoming, but few open orders. And 3060 Ti, very few cards coming with a mildly high amount of open orders. The chart is clear. If you want a 3080 or 3060 Ti, forget about it, son.
Forget about it.
You ain't getting it. It's sad. They're saying there's multiple contributing factors here. The most obvious is that demand is outstripping supply, and Nvidia cannot make enough GPUs to meet the demand due to the pandemic. But they're also saying because two additional reasons that are coming up for Q1, the Chinese New Year, and reduced availability of raw materials for making these cards. So it's just a blame game going forward now. Like
right.
Moving the goalpost.
So next week it's a full moon, guys. So shipments will be low.
The goalpost is moving basically. Yep. First it's Nvidia can't make enough cards. Now it's Chinese New Year, not enough materials, and so on. On top of that, they're saying also prices will go up due to the reduced supply. We already seen prices skyrocket. So
yeah.
This again, this shouldn't come to a surprise to a lot of people. We know this is happening. I'll be honest, it's more and more looking like you're not going to get a card until the refresh this year at the end of Q4,
right,
or the beginning of Q4.
Which is no guarantee that that's not going to be a shit show either.
Yeah, you know, I mean it's basically luck of the draw at that point. Hopefully production ramps up. The 3000 series may be dead in the water in terms of supply.
Mm-hmm.
I hope not. We'll see what the new, because I think there's going to be a refresh this year with the 3080 Ti and a couple of super models. So we'll see. Let's continue on.
This is terrible.
Because it's just all good news for Nvidia cards.
It's all good news.
So the 3060 will be launching, according to sources, on the 25th of February at $329 US.
All right.
So we know the launch date, 25th of February at 6 a.m. Pacific time. This card will launch with a retail price of $329 US.
Right.
But as always, this price is just MSRP, and actual pricing will differ based on custom designs and so on.
Oh, of course. And scalpers.
So Jesus. So the 3060, 12 gigabyte, we know, has 28 SM units, 380,584 CUDA cores, 112 TMUs, TDP of 170 watts, and 12 gigabytes of GDDR6. It's going to be a good card. It has higher bandwidth. To me, it's going to be it should be close to a 2080. Between a 2070 Super and a 2080. This is where this graphics card is gonna land in terms of performance, in my opinion.
Right.
Which is quite good for a card at this, in quotes, price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So WCCF Tech is saying that this card is already, this model, custom versions of this model are already available. Some Reddit users posted pictures of Gigabyte 3060 Eagles in Ether Mining subreddit. So this card is available to purchase at some retailers, and that leads us to our next segue into our next topic. Retailers are now listing this card for way more than what they should be. So, from videocards.com, retailers are offering the RTX 3060 basically, which will launch on the 25th of February, at prices of €499.
Oh my god.
€499. Official MSRP is €329. That's a 52. Oh my god, that's a 52 to 75% increase over MSRP. I can't believe this.
Wow.
I can't believe this.
That is insane. That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
Are we going to be seeing a Founders Edition version of the 3060?
No.
Okay.
We'll not be
so
seeing
stay
it.
off the Nvidia webpage. You're not gonna get anything from there. Well, they're not even selling cards in there anymore.
Yeah.
So.
No. So again, it's my mistake here. So ProShop is now offering it to a European retailer. So at $499 compared to $329, that's a 52% increase. Euros basically. It's insane.
Wow. There.
And to continue with this topic, a Pakistani retailer is selling this card already right now, the palette model, for $750 US.
Oh my god.
So this comes from WCCF Tech. They have received information from official dealers of palette graphics GPUs in Pakistan. The company is known as ZAH Computers, is selling the card right now at an insanely high price. So
how is Nvidia allowing that though?
I don't know. So the palette custom variant is priced at an outrageous $750 US. If you want to put that in perspective, it's twice the price of MSRP. And the dealer justifies this by saying the high custom duties and import prices for the cards. And so they're just passing it on to the consumer.
Right.
That's their excuse.
Right. Wow. Everybody's got to make $1 off of this deal, eh?
So we just went through 4 3060 we just went through 4 topics of 3000 series Ampere cards. Talking about unavailability, talking about the new mainstream 3060, talking about the new mainstream card being scalped by retailers, and being openly breaking the launch street date and selling this card before the official launch date.
Right.
So you know what's going to happen? This card will be a paper launch again.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing this will be sold to miners.
Yeah.
And scalpers.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to come by for an average gamer to buy this card.
Are these retailers doing anything to limit the purchase per order?
What would they care? the money in their pocket. It's capitalism 101.
Long live capitalism.
Why would they care?
Yeah, well, this is, and we thought things would get better, eh? We thought things would be better in 2021. Production would ramp up, pricing would stabilize, scalpers would be out of business. It's been the complete opposite of that. The complete opposite of that. Things have just gotten worse.
It's gotten worse, and it seems like it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. So I'm foreseeing no. It's not going to get better. There's no light at the end of the tunnel until the end of the year. That's how I see it.
And even that's big speculation.
Yep.
Oh my God. Please tell us the next topic is something more positive.
Well, the next topic is pretty good. It's talking about AMD's 5nm next generation Zen 4 and EPYC CPUs. They're saying, so this comes from WCCF Tech. The latest rumor comes from Chips and Cheese, whose sources have reported that the Genoa-based AMD's next generation server family is going to be insanely fast comparing to existing EPYC CPUs today. The source also talks about Zen 3 Plus and Zen 5, but most of the information has been related to the Zen 4 core architecture.
Okay.
So basically the source is saying that the engineering sample that they saw with the same number of cores compared to previous gen is up to 29% faster.
Wow.
That is a huge jump. That is a huge jump.
Is.
They're saying basically the IPC gain is over 25%, and a total performance gain of 40%, and even possibly 5 gigahertz all-core thanks to the new 5nm fabrication.
Yeah.
The engineering sample they have was 29% faster than Milan, that's Zen 3, with the same core config at the same clocks.
Mm-hmm.
That's one hell of an IPC gain.
Just to for anyone that doesn't know, the EPYC line is AMD's server line of processors, right? This is the equivalent to the Xeons and Intel server based processors. So what's the affiliation with the EPYC in the discussion here? This is just having to do that the EPYC CPUs are going into a next generation as well. So it's the mainstream chip and the server based chips.
Well, the details are from the EPYC line of products.
Okay.
But it's still Zen 4 architecture.
Okay.
So expect to see similar gains with the Ryzen CPUs.
Okay.
So to jump on, to bring back the topic we were discussing last week, are we going to go Intel for next gen upgrades, or are we going to go AMD?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's getting really, really hard to actually think about purchasing Intel anymore. AMD is really going hardcore on performance.
It is.
They're not letting this up.
It is. I hope there's going to be no sacrifices or any performance loss in pairing up an Nvidia GPU with an AMD CPU.
Oh, people have done tests. There's no really performance, especially with a resizable bar being available on both GPUs.
Platforms. Okay.
Yeah. You won't see a problem.
Okay, good to know. Wow. Well, put your money aside. Create your little AMD CPU account and start putting $5 away every pay.
I have my little piggy bank here and putting $2 away. Hopefully I'll be able to get like a 6950 16 core at 5 gigahertz.
Right. I think you'll be able to buy a third or second property by the time you could get money together instead of a GPU or CPU, but it's besides the point.
All right. Let's get into some games.
Game time. All right. Next topic, GTA 5. Ooh.
Oh my god, GTA. So this comes from WCCF Tech again. GTA 5 sales have exceeded 140 million units.
Wow.
Oh my god, this game came out 7 years ago, and it's still selling. It was last year. It was the best-selling game. Hold on, last year was the best-selling year for the game since 2013. Sorry, so 2020 was the best year selling for this game.
7 years down the road,
and it was free. The Epic Game Store at some point.
Yeah. Wow.
This is insanity. So this is, as they're saying, basically a next gen version will come for the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles sometime next year. So GTA 5 will survive and will live long.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'll see GTA 6 for a while.
Yeah.
Why would they? They're making billions from this game.
And they're producing DLCs. DLCs are coming out for this game constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
For free.
It's for free.
Wow.
It's definitely discount review worthy.
I think so. Yeah.
It will be one of our reviews because again, everybody I know has GTA 5.
Yeah.
So
they have it, and it's just
we stopped playing.
We stopped playing, yeah, and we were playing it. We were really playing it, like the multiplayer online. The PC has up to 32 players. Console, I think, is limited to 24 on the previous gen.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It is. It's 24 versus 32. So 32 is just that much more fun when you have 32 players on the map. It could get pretty chaotic. We had tons of fun with this game.
We did. It's still a good game. We'll definitely do a discount review with this.
I think so.
All right. Next topic. My favorite franchise ever, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty 2021 will be developed by Sledgehammer Games, according to reports. So again, WCCF Tech is basically saying reliable leaker Modern Warzone that Sledgehammer Games is once again being trusted to make a Call of Duty. The leaker was rather confident and basically said, "Don't take this as a. You don't need to take this with a grain of salt because this will happen." So we do know that Call of Duty will come out, but it's very shocking that Sledgehammer will actually make it from scratch because apparently the last game they made was Call of Duty World War II, and they were supposed to make last year's Call of Duty. It was Vietnam focused, but then something happened, and basically Treyarch took over and made Black Ops Cold War.
Right.
So I'm not sure what the reason was why they did it, why they switched to Treyarch last year. But Sledgehammer will be building this game this year.
Okay.
And I personally, I liked World War II. They also worked on Advanced Warfare, which was very good. The game with what's his face, Kevin Spacey, as the bad guy. So,
okay.
Yeah. So it was one of the futuristic games that came out, where the exoskeleton suits and all that stuff.
Right.
That was pretty decent, but that was the beginning of really changing the landscape of Call of Duty for the worst.
Yeah.
Then they started turning it around, but World War II was very good.
And what does this mean for the average gamer? What should they expect? What should they care about? Who creates the game? Sledgehammer versus Treyarch. Like, what should matter to us about that? What's going to change our gaming experience on that?
Well, Treyarch builds their multiplayer maps a certain way. So I don't know how they're going to break it up and who's going to develop the single player content and multiplayer content for this.
Okay.
But Sledgehammer, I found that their single player campaigns were more story focused, and they were quite good. Where Treyarch's single player games were just convoluted messes. Even though they were fun, but I found they were convoluted messes.
Okay.
So again, we'll see. We'll see how it breaks down. Who actually develops what? If they're saying it's going to be Sledgehammer, hopefully it's for everything because they do make good games, Sledgehammer.
Okay.
So let's wait and see. We'll probably hear more about this game over the summer.
Well, maybe let's do one of the old Call of Duty games made by Sledgehammer as one of our next discount review games.
I do have World War II somewhere, so we could do that.
Does it ever come up as a discount, though?
Yeah, all the time.
Perfect.
Sticking to Call of Duty, next topic from WCCF Tech again is basically a new Cold War Outbreak mode will add a open-world zombie map.
Wow.
This is good. This sounds very interesting.
It does. Two words everyone wants to hear in a game: open world.
Yeah. And zombies.
And 3 words, yeah.
Okay, so WCCF Tech is basically saying a reputable Call of Duty insider, Okami, is basically sort of a new mode that's being described as an open-world zombies game. New Outbreak mode is set to take place in a large-scale fireteam map, but they don't know all the details. It's going to be a Treyarch-style co-op zombies on a large-scale fireteam map. It's very intriguing.
Yes.
Again, as with all rumors, take it as a grain of salt. but Okami has been real on point before.
Okay.
So this is interesting. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for this. I play
Definitely.
it still. You used to play Cold War a bit with me.
I did.
Over the holidays.
Yeah.
They've released a couple newer maps. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah.
The new zombie map is pretty good, even though your GPU takes a big hit. I've read at the beginning your GPU takes a big hit for some reason, so you gotta play with the DLSS settings. But the new map is pretty cool.
Nice. Well, open world zombies. Plenty of games have come out with that concept, but if you add Call of Duty to open world and zombies, I think you have a recipe for success right there.
100%. 100%.
That's an interesting one. I'm putting that in my bookmarks.
Next topic. Star Wars. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars games. I know you don't play Star Wars games. I'm a huge fan of them. So Ubisoft Massive is in the early stages of developing a new Star Wars game, and they will also continue supporting Division 2.
Okay.
So last month, Ubisoft announced that their Swedish studio Massive Entertainment will be making a new Star Wars game using the Division Snowdrop engine.
Mm-hmm.
So based on Ubisoft's comments, the state of development and length of the game time creation, you're looking at maybe 2023 that will see this game.
Okay.
They're also making a Avatar game that's supposed to come out next year as well.
Okay.
Along with that, they're still going to be releasing Division 2 content.
Okay.
Which is Massive is getting actually, if I'll take their name for what it is, they're getting massive.
Yeah.
And this sounds good. A Division style Star Wars game, sign me up. Sign me up.
Well, that sounds interesting.
I love the Division. I love the Division 2.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped playing because you and our other buddy stopped playing it.
All right, let's not point fingers yet.
It has tons of free content, and the expansion back to New York with Washington.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we stopped.
I really like Division 1. I enjoyed it.
And why don't you like Division 2?
Division 2. Don't like playing it alone. What can I say? Don't like playing it alone. Need the dedication. You need people to jump in with you. You don't want to be venturing off into the dark zone alone. It's
so good.
I need a group. You can't roll alone.
I would play this again. We have our friends own it too. You know what? We're using a discount review Division 2. I'm sorry, we're doing it.
Let's do it.
We're doing it.
Minus
Division
the
2
friends.
Oh man. So yeah, Massive Entertainment has been hitting it out of the park with video games. A Star Wars game in style of Division would be fantastic in my opinion. So again, it's wait and see. It's looking promising though, from what they've released in the past.
Right.
On to more Ubisoft video game news. Rainbow Six Quarantine may be renamed due to we can't say that word, so pandemic, and should launch by December.
Right.
So Ubisoft promised both Rainbow Six Quarantine and Far Cry 6 will launch the first half of fiscal year 2022, which runs from April to March 31st, 2022. Okay. That's a weird. Okay, sorry, fiscal year. Yeah, fiscal year. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
In other words, Quarantine should launch before the end of September of this year. Of course, multiple Quarantine release windows have come and gone, and so we'll see if this pans out. So Rainbow Six Quarantine, basically, this is what Ubisoft said. We are creating a product that's actually as the name today. It is something we are evaluating, and we'll see if it comes in the future on that product. So because what's going on now in the real world, they may change the name of Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Right.
Now, you don't know what Rainbow Six Quarantine is, right? This was a PvE event that happened in 2018 that was so popular that Ubisoft is actually making a game for it. Basically, it came out it expanded the story. This game will expand the story that launched in 2018 Outbreak event, which pitted players against people infected by a mysterious alien virus. I played this because I have Rainbow Six. I got it free. And I don't play it much, Rainbow Six, but when this came out in 2018, this was crazy. It was like a mix of Rainbow Six with Left 4 Dead on steroids.
Ooh. Okay.
It was quite good, but it was like a month event. I don't recall how long it was, but it was fantastic.
Okay.
And hopefully the game expands on those ideas, and it's definitely one I'm looking forward to.
And it's coming on multi-platform, from what I can see.
Multi-platform. Yeah.
All right, good to know. Wow.
All right. So back on, we'll stick with hardware slash games here. So we'll talk about next gen consoles. This article comes from WCCF Tech, and as reported by Game Industry, an analyst is basically mentioned they believe the Xbox Series S and X and the PlayStation 5 aren't selling any faster than last generation.
Wow. Okay.
So the Xbox Series sold for combined 2.8 million units, which is about 100k unit less than the Xbox One did in the same time frame.
Okay.
So PlayStation 5 sold 4.2 million units, which is 300k less than the 4.5 million units the PlayStation 4 sold during the same time frame.
Okay. That's different reasons. We live in different times right now, but...
Well, yeah, look, they're saying that the reason why it's the limited availability.
That's right. If there were more, people would buy more. So even if they were buying to scalp, it's still a sale. It's still topping the charts.
But during the same time frame, the PS4 was not available in Japan.
Okay.
PS5 is available in Japan right now. So that could really make the difference a little less flattering for the PlayStation 5.
Right.
But again, we'll see. Again, and they're also saying the Nintendo Switch sold 26 million units throughout the whole year, surpassing their company's previous record by 2 million units. The Switch sells like hotcakes.
Yeah.
I just picked up Super Mario 3D World with Bowser's Fury for me and my daughter. The game is fantastic. Any Mario game is great. I know you're not a Switch fan. It's too babyish for you. But...
it's not PC tech. Even allowing you to discuss consoles on the Tech Chat is borderline not acceptable for me, but we'll let it slide in there because it is about hardware acquisition. So I'm going to allow it. You may continue.
Anyways, the Switch is fantastic. I'm enjoying playing the Switch with my daughter. It's great from a family perspective. PlayStation 5 I have so far, not many games. What I've seen so far is pretty decent.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't worry. I think the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series will sell more than the previous gens, as the demand is there and will be there due to pandemic.
Right. Yeah.
And the world not going back to the way it was for a few years, in my opinion.
Or ever.
Nice. Next topic. Look at this. From WCCF Tech. Guess how many GPUs have been sold on eBay? Guess. Just guess.
More than the retail stores.
14,000. 14,000. It's sad. 14,000 this year alone. I just, oh my god.
This year alone, you're talking about 2021, since January. So roughly, WCCF Tech did a super analysis on this. They're saying roughly 15,300 graphic cards from both AMD and Nvidia have been sold on eBay since the start of January. Wow.
Since the start of January. The majority of these cards are from the green team. Over 14,000 Nvidia cards ranging from RTX 3060 Ti to 3090. And 3,000, so around 3,000 RTX 3060 Ti's have been sold on eBay. The RTX 3070 at 5,400, and it's by far the most popular card.
Right.
The 3080 fell second behind with 3,400 in sales.
And the 3090.
The king of the lineup, 3090 falls in last place.
Of course, because how much higher can you raise the price on that card?
I know.
I mean, you're talking about the price of a car at some point, so.
Jeez. AMD suffered. We'll bring that up at the end of the day. About somebody offering a car. But anyway, AMD suffers the same fate, but fewer cards were sold due to less stock. 6900 XT had 334 sales. 6800 XT 448, and the 6800 was 434.
Doesn't even amount to the sales of a single Nvidia card. Yeah.
AMD has a huge. Their shortage is much worse than Nvidia's. Not many people like to admit it, but anyways, on top of all the amount of cards being sold, let's talk about the price. Oh man, oh man. The average resale price of the
Oh my
cards are
God.
well above MSRP. So
Of
the
course.
average January resale price of the 3060 Ti was 690 USD, the 3070 804 USD, the 3080 1290 USD, and the
Oh my
3090
God.
2000 USD. The 6800 was going for 865 USD, 6800 XT is 1179, and the 6900 XT
Oh
1458
my God.
USD. That's absolutely insanity. Insanity.
Oh
But look
my
at this.
God.
The biggest leap in price, 3060 Ti, 33%
Yeah.
increase.
Yeah.
$920 in February.
Oh my God. I shouldn't be laughing.
The 3080 went up to $1,593 this
Oh
month.
my God.
Then the AMD cards and the 3070 jumped in price. Least impacted was the 6900 XT. Oh man.
Wow, that's messy.
3090 did not have a significant jump. The
No,
resale
you
price was
can't.
closer.
How can you? I mean, at some point, you're gonna reach the ceiling. So this is terrible.
This is insanity. Please, guys, go see this. Read this article. It has a lot of good insights. A lot of good. WCCF Tech actually went into great detail. Man, it's sad. I feel bad for people who want to buy a GPU today.
I wanted to buy it for not the purpose of reselling, but to actually use, to game, to play,
Yeah.
to enjoy, to spend time at home, and you can't do it. You can't do it. I don't know if you want to talk more about that, but I think your next
No.
topic goes right
I'm
into other reasonings why cards are not available. But
I'm crying right now. Anyways, this article comes from videocards.com. Chinese notebook maker Hasee, or I don't know how to pronounce it, are basically now offering RTX 30 series GPUs, laptops, sorry. But some cryptocurrency mining farm posted videos and pictures of hundreds of laptops already being deployed to mine. Oh my god, look at these pictures.
Look at them all spaced apart so
Look at
nicely.
this. Looks like a boarding school. Look at
Yes,
this.
I know.
Look at this. This is insane. This is insane. Look at this. It's insane. I
Oh
can't
my
get over
God.
this. It's sad. I don't even know what to say. I look at this
This
and I
is
just
sad.
like,
This is the wrong way to use the hardware.
look at all these laptops. Like,
Well,
looks
kids,
like somebody's house. It looks like somebody's house.
stay
What
in
is this?
school, because there's one thing I can tell you: history tends to repeat itself. And if we know what happened during the first mining craze when video cards were not available, we're back at it again. So you know what? Next time.
Is this somebody's house? It looks like it's somebody's house.
I think it is a house. I think that's their main lobby. It's probably the cooler place in the house, right? It's all tiled. It's probably doesn't get sunlight. Oh,
That's
that one's
like a
in direct
kid's room.
sunlight.
Why- it's a kid's room. There's wallpaper with freaking dolphins
That
on it.
is, yeah. And they're using one of those really cheap power outlets too. I saw that.
What is this? This is somebody's room.
God, I see the switch. I look at the fans in the window.
Oh my god.
It's just sucking in. I hate to be a bird flying into that. Oh my god.
What a disaster. What an absolute... I can't. I don't even know what to say. I need to change the topic. Next topic.
Oh my god. Yes, we talked about this. We talked about this.
I don't even want to continue. That's how sad it is. Oh my god.
This is the only thing you might be able to get your hands on, folks.
So guys, Tech Yes City is basically saying the 1050 Ti is coming back to retailers. I don't even know what to say. It's coming back. The 2060 is coming back. 2060 Super. So these are the two GPUs you'll probably be able to buy. I'll be honest, the 2060 is gonna get scalped.
Yeah.
The 2060 is gonna get scalped. The
Definitely.
1050 Ti is not good for mining.
No.
But it's also not good for gaming. So I don't know what you're gonna do with this GPU. I don't know what you're gonna do with this thing. This is for, I guess, AI OEMs to basically package their
That's right.
their
Pre-built.
builds.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a
Don't
filler.
buy this card.
It's a filler
Don't buy this
GPU.
card.
Yeah, don't let the 4 gigs throw you off. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. A 1060 3 GB will beat this card day and night in any game. So don't let the 4 gigs trick you. Don't let the 4 gigs fool you. I think a GTX 970 performs better than this card, even with the whole 3.5 gigabyte GPU memory issue that card had. It is a crappy card for gaming. So,
For the love of God, do not buy this card.
I'm sorry to anyone that has that. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. Actually, great job, because you're a gamer, and regardless of what's going on, you've stuck in that card and you're playing with it, and you're using it for what you should be using it for. But it's not a good card.
Don't buy it. All right, next topic, because it's
basically
angering. Bad news. Bad news all around. We shouldn't call this tech chat. This is depressing news.
This is depressing chat.
Depressing news tech chat 101. Next topic. Even more great news for Intel. So WCCF Tech, basically a Chinese media outlet called Bilibili, compared the 5800X and the 5700G, which is another unreleased CPU, to a 11900K Rocket Lake CPU. And you know what the result was? Well, let's before we get to that, the source highlights that they were both running the 11900K on a Z590 motherboard using a newer BIOS that is currently being shipped to retail. The BIOS unlocks higher CPU performance on Rocket Lake CPUs, but still has a few problems which will need to be addressed. No kidding. The same case with this 5700G. The APU featured several features were locked with the BIOS in PBO mode. So both Ryzen CPUs were running with PBO enabled, while Intel, this 11900K, was running at an overclock speed of 5.2 gigahertz.
Okay.
And looking at the benchmarks, the synthetics, the Intel 11900K has faster performance than both AMD CPUs.
In single core and multi-core.
Yeah, okay. Single and multi-core better performance. That's all synthetics. But when it comes to gaming, this is not good.
What am I seeing?
Some inconsistent results in gaming. Despite a massive clock speed overclock of 5.2 gigahertz, it barely matched the 5800X and even loses to AMD in a few games.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
So for all of you that can't see the bar graph, the blue is, of course, Intel. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Wow. Disappointing. League of Legends. What happened there?
I don't know, but look at it. So it's slower in Youngblood. It ties. So the 5700G is an APU. So I mean, I wouldn't it's gonna be cheaper. Yeah. It's good for like a HDPC build. So we'll just talk about the 5800X.
Yeah.
So the 5800X beats the 11900K in Youngblood. It beats it in Total War 3 Kingdoms. Well, it's tied. It's tied in PUBG. It loses in Cyberpunk. It wins in Hitman. Yeah. Gets clobbered in League of Legends, and it's a wash in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah. Wow.
At 1080p. So you know what? This is not good. Not good at all for Rocket Lake.
No, and it's on its native board. It's on a Z59 platform.
Yeah, it's not good for Rocket Lake.
Wow.
So just again, the only thing here is that the 11900K is an engineering sample, so there could be issues.
Yeah. That
we don't know. Again, it's not looking good for Rocket Lake. I believe it's going to be a release and forget CPU, and Intel will be focusing on Alder Lake as soon as this thing launches.
Right.
Yeah. Next Intel topic. So last two topics are Intel. Yep.
Which is Alder Lake.
Alder Lake, 16 core and 24 thread desktop CPU tested. Basically 2.2 gigahertz chip on par with a 10900K in engineering state. So a brand new entry came out in Geekbench. It's an Alder Lake engineering sample, and basically it scored 6536 in single core and 47,870 in multi-core.
Okay.
The base clock for this chip is 2.2 gigahertz, while the boost clock is it says 27.2. That's completely wrong.
Right.
So
2.7. Yeah.
Yeah. So coming to the performance benchmarks, as I mentioned, the Alder Lake engineering sample scored 6536 and in single core and 47870 in multi-core. It doesn't list the rankings of CPU, but Video Cards was able to grab some medians of various Intel and AMD CPUs to compare it against.
Okay.
So in single core, It's a little slow. It's an engineering sample.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit quicker than our 9900K. Slower than a 10900K, but again, at 2.2 gigahertz, we don't know the boost.
Right. Right.
But the AMD CPUs kill it.
Yeah.
So it's 3% slower than 10900K, 6% faster in multi-threads
Yeah.
of 10900K, but we don't know. We don't know the actual boost clock.
That's it.
So again, it's an engineering sample. We don't know the boost clock. It could be nothing. But I'm looking at this, and all I see is AMD again slaughtering Intel.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Look at this. It's multi-thread.
Right, but that's running. We like you said, we don't know the boost clock. We don't know what. I don't think it would be running at its stock clock, but I don't think it's gaming anywhere at 5 gigahertz right now.
If you're an Intel fanboy, be prepared for disappointment. Be prepared for disappointment. No, I'm being serious. Be prepared for disappointment if you're an Intel.
Even with the whole DDR5 platform coming out, I mean,
be prepared.
Okay.
Be prepared for disappointment.
Well, so that means if you don't go for Alder Lake, that means you're waiting an additional jump in AMD until they come out with DDR5, because you're not going to upgrade to a DDR4 platform on AMD. Exactly. There's no point.
I'll wait for Zen 4.
Yeah. Oh, long live 9900K.
My God. So again, be prepared for disappointment, Intel fanboys, because I don't know. I don't know if a clock speed can make up that difference. But we'll see. Maybe it can.
Yeah. Wait for the reviews. Definitely wait for
hopefully
reviews.
Hopefully we'll get more leaks, and we'll get a near release type CPU come leaked out, and we'll get the
something closer to a retail version.
Yeah. All right. Wow. And Intel news. And the last topic of the day: Intel quietly slashes prices of all the 10th gen Common Lake desktop CPUs.
Really?
Yeah. So major retailers, Amazon, Newegg, Best Buy, and Micro Center slashed prices of Intel's entire 10th gen lineup. Okay. The 10900K can now be bought for $444 US. The 10700K and the 10600K go as low as $334 and $229. Wow. That's a big freaking price cut.
Yeah, that is. Look at the 10400. Wow.
Yeah. $159. My God. If you need to build something now and you don't really care about upgrade a path, get one of these. Mm-hmm. They're still great for gaming.
They are, yeah, definitely. Minimum 6-core, 12-thread, yeah.
High resolution gaming,
yeah,
perfect. Pair it with like a 10600, you're good to go.
Wow.
The cheapest deals on Intel's 10th gen Comet Lake can be found at Micro Center. Look at that. Look at these prices.
$189.99 for 10600K. That's an unlocked CPU.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
European retailers. I know. European retailers are already getting in on this as well by doing discounts. Look at the discounts that they're having.
Yeah.
Up to 22% discount. And all 10th gen CPUs come with Crysis Remastered bundled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently other games, not just Crysis Remastered. So it comes with Crysis Remastered.
Yeah.
Painter Essentials 7, Serious Sam 4, Shadow Arena, Street Fighter 5, and XSplit. That's pretty freaking good.
$184. That's more than the 10400.
I know. I did not notice. I did not know this. I thought it was just Crysis Remastered.
That's incredible. You could sell those CD keys off and make your money back for the CPU and more.
That is incredible. That's a good deal, guys. If you really want to build a PC right now, and Intel, you can't go wrong with an Intel.
Oh, there you go. Look, they just stole the market share.
Like, if you don't care about upgrade path, just get one of these. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Well, you could. Your motherboard would still support the 1100 series. So
yeah, but
yeah, but we can't say that there's no upgrade path. There is.
It's trash.
It's a stupid one, but it's there.
So Rocket League is trash. I don't even consider it an upgrade path. I don't. It's just awful.
That's a great deal, guys. That's XSplit Premium. That is XSplit is a video editing program, is it
Yep,
not? I think it is.
it is.
Nice.
Well,
Wow.
that's it. That's the topics for today. We usually now it's time for us to just give our opinion on what's going on.
It's opinion time. It's our portion of the show. We should call it rant instead of chat because what we do is rant.
Yeah.
I know you were talking about something earlier about a vehicle and a piece of
Yeah.
hardware.
So, well, I'll tell my story. Like I during the holidays, I had a PlayStation 5, right? During the holidays.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed with it at the beginning because there was absolutely nothing to play. So I had a PlayStation 5 digital, and I put up for sale on Marketplace. I put it up for like $100 more than I paid it, and I got massive amounts of feedback of like people wanting it.
Yeah.
And one person basically offered me their car. Offered me their car, and I'm like, dude, what do you mean your car? He's like, I will drive to your house, I will give you the keys to my car, and you give me the PlayStation 5. And I'm like, how are you gonna get home? He's like, I will take the bus. I'm like, you know what? This deal sounds like bad news for both of us involved. No deal.
That was
He
that was
offered
smart.
me-
That was a smart deal to walk away from.
He offered me his $2,000 car, PlayStation 5, digital, not disc. I had a
Oh
digital
my
one.
god.
I can't believe it.
Well, that would make you a scalper if you accepted it. So
Yeah. I could have been a scalper. I could have scalped a 2002 Civic
A
with
Civic.
rust on the side.
it's a very reliable car. I'll tell you that.
What a joke. Couldn't believe that.
Oh my god. That and
And also,
I hope you don't get into that situation again with your hardware. But
well, I tested the market, right? I wanted to see, like, everybody was selling cards and GP and consoles. So I
Yeah.
put my 3080 up to see what I would get.
yeah,
I got death threats.
Death
So I
threats.
took it down.
that's
The PlayStation 5, my Facebook marketplace was hammered. It was hammered with messages.
yeah,
And people were offering me so much for the PlayStation 5. Like, they were driving up the price.
yeah.
So it was insane. So I sold it, got my money back and a little on the side.
Yeah.
And, that was it. And then I got another one a month after,
Which you're keeping.
and which I'm keeping.
Which you're
This one.
keeping,
I got a
okay.
disc version. Yeah, I'm keeping this one.
Okay, you have the disc version. Okay.
I'm playing Spider-Man. It's pretty decent. Miles Morales. It was out when I had the digital, but I couldn't believe there was no games for it because I
Yeah.
was just playing PlayStation 4
PlayStation
games.
4, yeah. Yeah.
And it's still that way now, but now they patched a lot of the PS4 games to run a higher res,
Mhm.
better frames. Like God of War has just been patched, 60 FPS at 4K, looks and runs fantastic on the
Yeah.
PS5.
Yeah.
I play Miles Morales and Horizon Zero Dawn and Days Gone. Those are the games I'm playing on PlayStation 5.
Okay.
But most of them are PlayStation 4 games, just enhanced for PS5.
Right. Right. And you're enjoying it overall now.
Yeah, so far so good. There's a lot of problems though. I mean, PlayStation 5 doesn't have VRR yet.
Mm-hmm.
No Dolby Vision. It's always HDR on.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you shut it off, it's like it goes so. As soon as you launch it, it goes HDR on. So YouTube kind of looks washed out, I find.
Okay. Yeah.
What else is there? No games run 120 frames per second, as far as I know, besides Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
So that HDMI 2.1 is not really being used.
Right.
For my new LGCX, right? So I'm enjoying it. It needs. There's still a lack of software and promises of hardware
Yeah.
features that aren't there, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah. Well, hopefully those will roll out and more exclusive titles that might get some more attention.
Yeah. Gran Turismo this year, Gran Turismo 7, looking good. Get that. So we'll see.
Wow. What a year for hardware, or what a year and a half for hardware, or what next 10 years for hardware. God, we don't know where things are going now. We've just been lucky with our acquisition of hardware, so that's why we're able to bring you guys some content and talk about some of our experiences, because we have the equipment we're playing with it and we're using it for the purposes they're designed for, not for resale, not for making money, but to actually game. Which is why I'm sitting here at Nvidia headquarters today, right in front.
Jeez.
I had to get off their property. They came out and they told me to move 20 meters away from the front door, so here I am. It's a nice hot sunny day in California. Whew.
My God.
And yeah, so a nice list of juicy topics again. I am looking forward to the year to see what's going on. I'm just super happy we both have our 3080s, so we're ready for any games coming out on the PC side of gaming. Anything they want to throw at us, we'll be able to handle it. We'll be doing our discount game reviews on every Friday. What's our next topic? What's our next game?
I'm still not sure.
Okay, maybe GTA 5, maybe DayZ, maybe something else. Maybe we'll do another survival game. But guys, if you like the content, if you like everything we're doing here with Tech Chat, please consider subscribing to the channel for our weekly show. Give us a like, give us a comment, tell us anything you might want to talk about, something we can look up, some more research we can do and discussion. And stay tuned for our discount reviews, game videos, and our weekly review video every Wednesday on A Piece of Tech. So with that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, and we'll catch you later.
Take care, guys.
See you later.